Hello everybody, this is Abraham, and what we got here today is a step that has broke, but only the middle section. So the whole step is okay, it still works, but as you step on it, it walks up and down. So the glue failed, as it looks like this is made from several pieces of wood. And I've been thinking on how to fix this problem so that the step is level. Right now it's a little bowed in the center, so you can see that there is it's lower. So we need to raise that up, we need to squeeze them together to glue them together. And I wanted to do that without taking apart the whole staircase. I cannot get to it from under it. There is a drywall and it's really high. I don't have a way of getting there even if I was to break the drywall. I had several ideas on how to get this step together. One of the ideas was to use the long drill bits and go through right here and then put long screws inside. The problem with that idea is the step still needs to be straightened out and glued. So this can be done later, but currently we need to squeeze together the step and raise the middle. Also, this part is lower, so this piece of wood is not in level with this. This is not in level with this. And I wanted to do that with the minimum number of holes drilled. As you can see, the staircase still needs to be finished. We need to drill a couple of holes, little holes that can be filled later. And I have come up with a solution that will work. I do not have a tripod to hold the camera in place, so I'll be doing one step at a time and filming and explaining what's actually is done. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the tape on both sides of this wood and this, and fill the hole with glue. Tape is just so I don't put glue on the wood on top of it. There isn't a problem, but sanding out the glue is not the easiest chore when it dries. So I'm just gonna avoid some of the glue spill. I'm going to be using this shim that I made from aluminum can to force the glue in. I'm going to be putting a lot of glue so that it's soaked on the inside, so that I know for sure that there is plenty of glue before I squeeze the pieces together. That's what I'm going to be doing right now. Putting the tape so the glue doesn't spill, putting a lot of glue, and filling the holes. There's also a crack here, and this thin shim does go in most of the cracks. Really good material, tough. If you were to use paper, the glue is water-based, so the paper would sog and fail. This will work just fine. All right, so far I have taped my cracks and just left the opening for glue to go into. Next step is to apply the glue in very liberal quantities and feed it through with my feeler gauge, so to speak. The glue application process is fairly simple. You just have to go slow and let glue get into the hole. And you kind of have to let it sit for a while so that the glue actually settles into a hole. The glue has been applied. what I'm gonna do right now is step on to walk it up and down a little bit to let the glue go in. I got this piece of scrap wood, and let's this thing is definitely walking a lot more than I want. So let's do this. Well, I don't know if I need to do this a whole lot. Interesting, the wood has expanded a little bit from all the glue. So the feeler gauge, sorry, not the feeler gauge, this scrap piece doesn't go in as easy as it did before. And I do have faith in wood glue. It has saved me. I was building something and I needed to solve a problem, and the only way to solve it was to glue it together. Otherwise, would have been some unsightly holes and whatnot. And 20 years later, and this job was done in a basement, the glue still holds. And there is quite a lot of, it's not a pressure, but the rip apart pressure. The two pieces that I was putting together were being torn apart by expanding foam on the inside. And interestingly, wood glue holds still. All right, wood glue is in place. Now we're going to be placing our mechanism to hold this whole thing together. For that, I'm going to be using these crimps, quick grips, and I took off the other side, and I'm going to put a screw through the hole and into that other piece of wood, and just squeeze them together. Next, I'm gonna use this big piece of metal, and I'm gonna raise this piece of wood up, and the last piece is I'm gonna put this bracket in there and another quick grip up here to raise that angle up. The screws you want to use are the some steel tough stuff, otherwise they bend. Here is one being set up, and the glue is going to be coming out now. Okay, I should put a piece of paper there. Alright, I just put a piece of tape, and we're going to squeeze it a little bit because this still has to come up. I'm going to put that piece in. Alright, all of the contraptions are in, or almost. I got one more to put over here, and as you can see, it's coming together. The glue has come out of the holes, been squeezed out heavily, and now it's a matter of wiping and finishing. All right, let's recap on what's going on here. We have this quick grip pulling this piece of wood up with that screw, There's one screw going through, and the same screw pulls up and squeezes the two together on this side. There's one screw over here squeezing the pieces of wood together, and there's two holes or two screws that regulate the height of the board. Now it's just a matter of letting it dry, probably for a few days, and we'll see what's gonna happen once it's done. As you can see, the glue has been squeezed out, and the pressure is on, and the stair is cooperating. Of course, then there's going to be sanding and finishing, but this is one of the most important steps. I might, once it's done, I might consider drilling holes, two holes, like in the middle, right through, and putting something to prevent it from walking and breaking again. Again, the glue I do believe in, but this is high traffic area, and it will be flexing, and eventually the glue will break, so we need to strengthen it. And the only way I can see to strengthen it is to put two rods through. There are some ideas I have about how to do that, but that'll be a topic for another video. Hopefully this helps somebody. This is not a usual problem with the stair where it broke the way it did. I've been watching videos and looking on how to fix, and I haven't seen a solution. Most of the time looks like the portion of the stair breaks away, and there is actually a system to put it back together, but there isn't a system to put this back together, so I had to come up with my own. Thanks for watching.